What's going on, guys? Dr. Andrew Fix back here for another episode on The Code. And as you know, I'm from Physio Room, our in-person and virtual physical therapy practice here based in the Denver area. And man, I really appreciate you guys tuning in, hopping on the podcast to listen to this episode. Whether you've joined us for a bunch of them, we're 130 plus at this point, or if this is the first time that you are tuning in on whatever platform, really appreciate your time. And hopefully we have you back for another episode. Today, I'm sitting outside. You can see a different background on this episode. And what I want to do is I want to talk about that very topic. I want to talk about the benefits of getting outside and relate this with a story of just how important it is, I think, for us to get outside. And, you know as well as I do that many of the jobs that most of us have, the places where we go to work, the places where we go to school, the places where we go to shop or to do whatever, we spend so much time indoors, right? We spend so much time sitting in front of screens, on our phones, on our computers, whatever that is. And we spend so much time inside. And, we know the benefits, right, of getting outside. Doing things outdoors helps us improve our mood, helps us improve our physical, mental, emotional health, right? Obviously, there's sunlight. If you're getting some time in the sun, you can boost your vitamin D, which is beneficial for basically everything in our body, right? Our bone health, our skin health, our immune system. And we just don't get enough of it. I believe the average, I'll have to look this up, but I believe the average time that people spend outdoors these days is it's like less than 20 minutes or 30 minutes a day. And it's absolutely crazy. So my wife and I are out on this trip. We've got our son. We're going back to a family reunion of mine. And we're here in the Midwest, and it's green. They've had a lot of moisture. The vegetation, the plants, the grass is all green and lush. And we've been spending a lot of time outside with our son, Aiden, and he's closing in on turning 6 months old. And it's just amazing. He could be fussing, upset inside, whether he's got whatever's making him upset. He's hungry. He needs to use the bathroom, whatever it is. He's tired. And it's amazing. You walk outside from the house into the yard, or you get out of the car and you go outside. You take him around some plants and things, and immediately his mood changes. Immediately he is just captivated by the plants, by the trees, by the whatever, by the bug that's crawling on the branch of this tree. And he just wants to grab the flowers. He wants to grab the plants, and he is just mesmerized by all of the stuff that's going on. Now, granted, he's 6 months old, or about to be, and this is all new to him. But I think the same thing happens to us as adults or older kids or whatever. Is you're stressed out from work, you're sitting in front of your computer, you're getting this artificial light, and you step outside, you get some sunlight, you get a little bit of movement, right? You're getting outside, getting some movement in. And of course, that can help us burn calories and everything else, right? But you just get out of that stressful environment, you get outside, you get some fresh air, you see some plants, some trees, some grass, you can connect with nature a little bit. If you want to take it to another level, you could kick your shoes off, do a little bit of grounding, and just sort of recenter yourself, right? And I think all of us probably know the feeling of getting outside and how we felt afterwards, but we just need to do more of it at the end of the day. So what they would recommend, like what research would recommend, what I would recommend, is at the absolute minimum, right? We need to try and shoot for 20-minute segments of time outdoors, right? Get outside for 20 minutes or more at a time, if at all possible. Get away from the hustle and bustle. And that could be starting your day, right? We could do another episode on this, but we've talked on sleep episodes on this podcast before. And there's many other great ones out there about the benefits on our circadian rhythm of seeing the sunrise, seeing the sunset, like watching that cresting over the horizon there, and what that can do from our sleep hygiene and sleep health. But it's just going to put you in such a better mental place. It's just going to help you break away from the stressors of the day that are just going to be there, right? They're going to be there before you go outside. They're going to be there after you get back. So, you don't have to worry that like you're going to miss out on something. That's all going to be there. We still have to get things done. And just give yourself the opportunity to get outdoors, improve your physical health by getting moving, improve your mental health by boosting your mood, taking some of those deep breaths, getting the fresh air in. And, it's important not just to be outdoors, like say you're in New York City or something, right? It's important not to just be outdoors in the traffic and in the cars and in the buildings and the sidewalks and all of the pavement, right? But to get around some things that are nature, some trees, some grass, some plants, some shrubbery. So like if you're there, go to Central Park, or if you're here, I'm sitting in my mother-in-law's backyard, right? We need to get around some things that are not just concrete and blacktop everywhere, so that we can really recenter ourselves, get out in nature. Because at the end of the day, that's what we evolved to do, right? We evolved to be outdoors. We evolved to get sunlight in our eyes, on our skin. Of course, not, more than you're accustomed to at one time, so you don't get some terrible burn. But we do need that sunlight, right? It's what's going to help us continue to move the needle forward in our health. And if we don't get any, we're stuck indoors all day. It's no wonder why many of us are suffering from situations where we have a lot of stress. We are sedentary. We're in our computer chairs all the time, and we need to just break out of that. And you don't have to flip the switch overnight, right? You don't have to go from not spending any time outdoors to all of a sudden you're spending like half of your day outside, but you just need to just start a little bit at a time. So if we can get 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there, man, if you could accumulate like an hour at least outdoors per day, I think that would be amazing and a great place to start. But just go benefit from spending some time, see how you feel, and do a little bit of run a little bit of an experiment on yourself. And if you start spending more time outside, what do you feel? What do you notice in your day, in your life? And then maybe you can pull some other people with you, and whether that's like getting a little bit of community, going on a walk with a friend. I have been taking Aiden outside on as many days as possible to go see the sunrise, go see the sunset, just spending a few minutes outside after he wakes up and a few minutes outside after we feed him at the end of the night before he goes to bed. And I think it's really making a difference. He is so calm when we're outside. He's just staring around, observing, and I think it's beneficial for me too. So I want to encourage you guys, get outside today or whatever day it is that you're listening to this podcast. And I hope you have an awesome rest of your day. Thank you again for tuning in to listen to this show. And we hope to catch you on another episode of The Code. If you have listened to this before, you've heard me say this, but it makes such a profound difference. I'm going to mention it again. If you've not already done so, a review goes a really long way on this podcast, whatever platform you're on. Please scroll to the review section, drop 5 stars on there, maybe a comment, and we hope to catch you on another episode of The Code. We'll see you later.